in the movie Blind that is coming your way, starting today, along with Alec Baldwin and Demi Moore. Man who plays a bad man who goes to jail.
Very bad man.
For some financial hanky-panky.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the hanky-panky breaks out between his wife and Alec Baldwin. Dylan McDermott, good to see you here on the show.
You too.
Good to see you. Now, it's interesting. In this film, your character is not a very good individual, not a good person. And at one point in the scene, you see him take a golf club to somebody's knee. Is that? I'm not spoiling anything, am I?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
No.
So I asked you in the commercial break, was that a 5-iron or 6-iron? And you said it had a little bit more loft, right?
So I use a 9-iron for that. If I'm going to hit somebody's knee, it's always a 9-iron.
Right. And that led me to ask you if you play any golf.
Yes.
Would you please go ahead and reveal the answer to that question for the
how it is.
simulcast audience
right.
here, please?
So in life, you know how it is. When you don't want something, you get it in boatloads. My dad played golf and my grandfather played golf, and they were always asking me to play, and I was like, I'm not sure, And then one day, McGregor said, "Hey, we want to make you some clubs," and I was like, "Sure."
Just because they liked your
I was on
acting,
a
your
TV
career?
show, yeah.
The practice
for
right
many
around
years.
then?
They were
Okay.
like, "We want to make you some clubs." I was like, "Okay, great." And then Nike said, "We want to dress you," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Totally unsolicited. This is coming
This
into.
is what I'm saying. When you don't want it, it comes.
Okay, sure.
And then Tiger Woods called up and said, "Hey, you want to play for my charity with Charles Barkley and Kevin James?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do this."
Wow.
And then Butch Harmon. Then Butch Harmon gives me lessons.
This is ridiculous.
I know, it's ridiculous. The whole thing.
So you're not into golf.
No.
Somebody says, we'll make you clubs.
That's right.
Nike says, McGregor says, we'll make you clubs. Nike says, we'll dress you. Then Tiger Woods just called?
For charity.
Was he a fan of the practice or something?
I guess he called for charity.
Okay, sure.
So I played with him, and I mean, it was unbelievable to be on the driving range and to see him hit that ball was incredible.
So you played with Tiger?
Yes.
And who was part of the other foursome?
Then we had Charles Barkley with that famous hitch.
And it's do not try this at home. You can't look at it, right?
No, you can't.
You can't look at it.
You can't. It doesn't look good at all, but somehow it goes straight. Not quite sure why.
Right, but it's one of those things where it's like watching American Horror Story.
That's right.
But you have to watch it through. You have to watch it through your hand because you don't want to see it.
That's right. And Kevin James, who was a very good golfer.
Right.
I was the worst, but I had fun playing with those guys. I really did. And then I retired. That was enough.
By the way,
that was it.
That is a walk-off.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to do it again.
You can't, because then you can't go play a
what are
muni
you gonna
course.
do?
What are you going to do? Anything, right?
Come on. Yeah.
But Tiger, what conversation does one have with Tiger Woods when one plays golf with him?
I mean, the guy is all, he's just about winning. He wants
Even that day?
Even that day. He
Come
just
on.
wants to win every single shot.
So now, what competition was being played? Like, did you have?
I mean, I think he wanted to beat Barkley into the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. Which he did.
Which
but
I'm
it was
sure
like,
he did.
yeah, it was the four of us. But somehow, I think it was maybe me and Kevin James or me and Barkley. We actually beat them. How we did, I don't know.
Come on.
I know.
On a
Yeah,
hole or something like that, or
something,
okay,
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Well, it was for charity.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Tiger let you win.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Dylan McDermott here on the Rich Eisen Show. So you're from the New York metropolitan area?
That's
is what
right.
You'd say?
Yeah.
So what's your teams? What teams are you?
All
What do you
the
got?
heartbreakers. We'll start with the Jets, which, so much pain for so many years.
Yes, indeed.
And we continue to bleed out. And
That's
this
one way
season
to
doesn't
put
look
it.
much better.
Well, I mean, it's difficult when you're being accused of tanking.
Yeah. To start.
And it's the summer,
That's right.
right?
Yep.
So you're accused of being not even competitive for the season.
Yeah.
And the season hasn't started.
Yep.
And the draft for the season isn't for another 10 months. That's kind of leaves a mark.
Yeah. I think that's what's wrong with the system, isn't it?
Well,
Where you
certainly
want-
with the Jets system,
Yeah. And for a long time.
one would say.
Yeah.
So who was your guy? Was it Namath? Is that the guy who?
I mean, what else can you?
Right.
What else are we going to point to?
I know.
I mean, that's all we have.
I met him a handful of times through the NFL Network.
Yeah.
First time I met him, I hugged him. I did.
You didn't hug me.
No, he didn't. you met Joe.
No, I'm sorry,
Willie?
you didn't hug me.
No. Oh, well, you weren't. you know, you're not Dylan Willie McDermott.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
you know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yeah.
Didn't go to Alabama. He went to Fordham, which is fine.
Fordham.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Who was at Fordham when you were there? Was anybody? Fordham Rams turn out some?
No.
Nobody.
Nobody.
So you're a Jet. What else are you? You're a Met. So that means
but
you're
the
a
Mets,
Met?
you know, the cool thing about the Mets is I threw out the first pitch.
How'd you do?
Strike, man. Right down. I was practicing forever.
Were you
in
really?
the tunnels with my good friend who's passed away. But you know, I mean, we worked hard.
Okay.
We worked hard, and you know that means a lot of pressure.
I was just thought.
You got Citi Field. You got
Tell
all
me
those
about
people out there, and you know you want to throw it in the dirt.
You can't because
Can't.
this stuff's on YouTube
Yeah,
forever.
no, it's horrible. So you know, I did okay, and I felt really good.
I just thought, based on the golf story you told me, it was like, yeah, you know, I really wasn't into it, but Tom Seaver called me up.
Exactly.
Seaver called me up, and he gave me some.
Man, the
you
Mets
know.
have been great. They always take care of me when I go to New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Met didn't flip you off, did he, when you saw him?
Maybe behind my back. I don't know.
He has only 4 fingers, by the way. You know, that's so the Knicks and Jets, because you're
No,
from
the Knicks. We'll talk about the Knicks. I
Okay.
mean, my God, another mess.
What is going on?
I don't know. They have all the money in the world, but
Right.
you think they could fix it?
You would.
Yeah.
I think they've got the worst owner in sports, quite frankly.
Is that what it is?
I'm not a big
I mean,
fan.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson just.
How do you mess that up?
Well, he just.
Curious.
It's just the Knicks' luck that the guy with 11 rings
Yeah.
comes in and gives you 11 wins in 3 years, essentially. I am definitely rounding down. There's
so
no,
stupid.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So tell me about Blind. That's with you and Alec Baldwin and Demi Moore, and is ready for consumption today. here.
Today.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what I like about this movie is that it's a throwback to the movies that I grew up in the 70s with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a love story, which you never see anymore because we're all too cynical. But there's some violence in it, and there's some grit to it, which I like. It's that kind of New York grit, which is cool. And Alec does a great job playing a blind man. And to me, you know, this is her, you know, I guess they did a movie years ago together. So it's nice to see them back on screen together. And I think the three of us, you know, this is a nice little concoction in this movie
Okay.
that is kind of compelling.
Do you like playing bad guys? Because you never really used to.
No,
Dylan.
I like to mix it up. I'm going to do a comedy, Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, called L.A. to Vegas.
Okay.
That's my real love is comedy, which I never get to do. So I'm going to do that. But I like to mix it up. I like good guys, bad guys,
Yeah.
movies, TV, theater. I just keep moving.
I'm gonna go way back on
Sure.
you. What was it like? Hamburger Hill, was that your first, right?
First movie, Open Call, on the streets of New York.
What a movie that is.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a cast too.
Great cast. You had
Courtney B. Vance and
Don
and
Cheadle,
yeah.
Steven Weber. You know, those are all our first movies.
Which movie are you proud of that you think doesn't get its due, or TV show that you've been part of?
You know, there's a movie called Wonderland about John Holmes that few people saw. I like that movie because I completely disappear in that movie. You don't even know it's me.
Okay.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Blind, and everybody should go out and see it right here, right now,
Sure.
certain today. And good luck to the Jets this year.
Oh.
Going to need to truly cross every finger and toe doing that sort of
I
thing.
think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go to a couple games though.
Are you really?
Oh sure. Yeah, I'll go.
What's it like? What do? Do you put on your Wesley Walker jersey? What do you got? Your Richard Todd? What do you got? Where are you going?
I'm not quite sure what I'll wear. You know, gotta figure that out.
Okay.
I may wear that small helmet I had. In
Yeah, the
beginning.
small helmet, the small
Yeah.
New York Jets helmet. That's
Gotta
right
tape
there.
that on my head.
Yeah, it's got the Herm Edwards autograph on the side.
nice.
It's better than a rich coat type.
There it is. Throw it over.
Okay, here it comes.
Look at this. Oh!
Nice grab.
Boom!
That did look like a Jet receiver at one
Come
point
on,
right
Jets.
there. There you go.
us proud.
Jets, Jets.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app. Don't have any memory on your phone? Let's start to delete some of those slow-mo videos you have. And you know which ones I'm talking about.